Hey guys, so I wasn't sure kind of where to put this video, but I just knew I really wanted to film it before I get kind of further and further away from my first trimester, because I'm already like a few weeks into my second, and I just thought, like, I don't know whether to do a lot of pregnancy videos. Like, I wasn't planning on it, but I think after going through a first trimester myself, I would love to have watched someone else's video who's a bit more like my experiences of first trimester. Hopefully this can just be helpful to some of you. Maybe some of you have just found out that you're pregnant, or maybe people are just wondering what first trimester's like of being pregnant. Obviously my experience is not going to be everyone's experience. I mean, disclaimer, I did not have a good experience with my first trimester. I hated it. So I just wanted to just be a little bit real, and you know, like, pregnancy is not always a walk in the park. I mean, most of it's not a walk in the park for most women. Also, I thought it'd be quite nice for me to be able to look back on, and if I have more kids in the future, I can look back and then compare this first trimester to the next one. First of all, if you guys don't know what first trimester means exactly, it's basically your first 3 months of pregnancy, and then it goes second trimester, third trimester. The first trimesters, you know, kind of historically, usually the hardest for most women because of the sickness, and like, just there's a lot going on at that stage. I think it's the stage where the most is happening to your baby, you know, like the most growth and change is happening to your baby, and then in like second and third trimester, it's basically just the baby growing bigger. But first, there's a lot of different things happening because the placenta isn't fully formed yet. The baby feeds off, I think, a lot of your hormones, causing such an imbalance. And once the placenta is properly formed, it starts generating its own hormones, and lots of other things. So it kind of stabilizes you as the mum. I found out I was pregnant just after coming back from Coachella. Didn't know. Came back home. I knew that I was kind of like a week late, I guess, but my periods are quite irregular, so I didn't really think anything of it at first. I think the first thing that I didn't really notice, I didn't think of pregnancy, but the first thing that I noticed was that my waist was bigger. Because while we were out there, we were being measured for a pair of jeans each, and my waist was a lot bigger than usual, and I just thought I'd been eating loads, so I was like, oh, whoops. And also my boobs were a lot puffier as well, but I, again, like, didn't think that much of it. I just thought it was just like my period or something. Got home, found out, and it's really odd because the first day or two after I found out is when my morning sickness kind of started, which is really, like, you'd think it's because I just knew I was pregnant. I don't know, it's really odd. First, I want to say that the first few weeks of knowing were very, very difficult for me because I don't know how much in detail to go, but it wasn't like a complete surprise. I don't know, still the realness of it was petrifying. I've never been that scared in my life. I didn't know if I was making the right decision, the wrong decision. Like, you know, it's such a big impact on my life, and there were so many different things that I was trying to think about and compare, and I don't know, like, try and plan for, or it was really quite difficult. But I think there was just always a voice in the back of my head telling me, I just knew, I don't know, it's really odd. I just had one main voice was just always like, no, this is the right decision, you know, like, just, it's fine. It's really weird. Right, so my morning sickness went from about third week of being pregnant to I'd say about week 11. Which it still is a bit on and off. Every now and then I will still get a bit of sick. I'm almost on my week 16. Sometimes I will get bits of sickness. It's usually when I haven't eaten for a while, so I have to really keep on track of making sure I've been eating properly. But anyway, it's not morning sickness. It was all day until I went to sleep. I would be moaning in bed at night because I felt so sick. I never actually got sick. I just felt sick all day, and it was horrendous, and that was just literally non-stop. And when people asked me, like, the people that knew, who were asking me how I was feeling, I felt like I should be really happy about it and really like la la la, and I was just like, I don't feel well. I was just like, I hate it. Like, I feel sick. That's the only, like, I just wasn't really happy at all about it. I mean, I was in another way, but the sickness really had a really big effect on me. And then being sick for so long continuously, like again and again and again, and it would stop me from wanting to do anything, meeting up with people, it got me really down. I think that's what kind of started the bouts of prenatal depression, because I just felt like I just didn't feel myself at all. I just didn't want to even put makeup on. I didn't want to get dressed. I didn't feel nice in anything. I just felt really low. But I mean, bottom line, for most women, it does pass. But when people said that to me at the time, I was like, shut up. It's not passed yet. That doesn't help. If you have been having bad morning sickness, everyone will tell you to eat ginger biscuits. Did not help me at all. Ginger tea did not help me at all. I did still eat ginger biscuits because I just wanted to eat. Oh, eating in general helped. That's why I think I put on quite a lot of weight in the first trimester. I didn't really want anything sweet. That didn't really help with the sickness at all. I just wanted quite savoury, salty things. I found that lemony things like the San Pellegrino lemon drink. Oh my god, that's such a saviour. That really helped make me feel better. And also, I just kept having the salted kettle chips. Anything kind of salty crisps or nuts or anything really helped. And just kind of snacking and just keeping my blood sugar levels, level. Oh my god, everything would make me feel sick. Like just looking at pictures of certain food, or I saw a picture of Predator in a magazine and I was like, oh. It's so funny, just the most random things. Or I'd be scrolling through my subscription box on YouTube, and the videos where people are just eating different foods or something, and I just see the thumbnail and I'd be like, oh. It's so funny. Yes, the sickness is not a joke. If you know someone who's suffering from horrible morning sickness, please be nice to them. Please give them a bit of consolidation. The only good thing about the morning sickness is that it usually means that the baby is quite healthy and growing. I only had a few cravings. I don't know if they were cravings or if they were things that I knew would help with the sickness or what, but I randomly was kind of craving sausages, salty crisps. That's probably just because it made me feel less sick. And fruit actually quite a lot. So yeah, overall the first trimester did actually go quite quickly. Like when I look back now, I feel like it went quite quickly. So, body changes, I puffed up so much, especially in my first trimester. Now in my second, I'm trying to do a bit more exercise to kind of keep on top of the weight gain. They say that some women lose weight in the first trimester. Are you joking? Like, I was eating all day. I was eating like as much as I could to try and not feel sick anymore. My boobs, oh my god, boobs. Okay, so my boobs, I don't like them now at all. They went up in the first trimester about what feels like about 2 bra sizes, but really, they're too heavy, but really puffy, I don't even know how else to explain it. Gained loads of weight on my hip area, which is where I usually tend to gain it first. So that was quite difficult for me because I don't know whether to say what I had, eating disorder wise, but I did struggle with it. And just with body image in general. So you might go through a lot of bodily changes in the first trimester as well. I think a lot of women don't, but then I think a lot of women do. It probably depends on whether you naturally put on weight and lose weight quite quickly, which I do usually. And also your ribs get bigger as expand, which is really kind of creepy to think about. But something to keep in mind for if you are struggling with the body part of the first trimester is that eventually quite soon into the second trimester, you do start showing, you do get a bit of an actual belly. So that kind of, I don't know, it kind of balances out the weight that you might gain in other areas because it makes you feel a bit more, people can start to realize why you're looking a bit fuller. Another thing I want to say as well is that it can be quite like a worrying period as well. So I don't think you should be pressurized into telling everyone about the news either. Like, because everyone around you is going to be obviously super excited and everything, but you know, a lot of people do want to wait until you're at a stage where you feel comfortable telling everyone, and where you feel like safe as well, like a bit safer as well, having everyone know. Because at the end of the day, it's your decision and it's your body, you know, and it's your life. So another thing that I wanted to say is that if you are feeling maybe a little bit down during your first trimester, like when you go for your first scan, and you can book in and have private scans done as well if you really want to make sure that the baby is like growing okay and just to make sure everything's on track. But they really helped with, like, it really cheered me up to see it, to get the little pictures and everything, to have peace of mind, to know that everything is okay, that you're okay and healthy. It kind of makes it seem real again, but in a really happy way. So yeah, if you're going through a bit of a rough patch, I would definitely recommend, if you can, to have a scan, because it really brightens it all up. A lot of the time it doesn't feel real. All you're feeling is a lot of the sickness and the worry, mates, a lot of the time. It can be quite hard to like remember why you're going through all of this, and you know, just to kind of keep you upbeat about it. So yeah, to kind of keep looking back at the picture that you get from the scan and everything, every day can remind you why you're going through all of this. Oh, apps as well. The two apps that I have been using, I was using the app Ovia, which kind of keeps you updated day by day what's going on with the baby, and like what you might be feeling, and when your sickness might be coming to an end and things like that. And also Pregnancy Plus is another really good one. Let me know if you've got any really good pregnancy apps. Leave them down below. I'd love to follow some new ones, or like other ones that might help other women who are going through first trimester. I hope this hasn't put a downer on it or anything. That's just been my personal experience. And I'm having a really time right now talking. I'm super bunged up from hay fever. So I'm gonna leave this video here, and let me know if you'd like me to do a second trimester video as well. It's been a lot better so far, so it's been a lot more positive than this video is probably going to be. I'm really struggling to breathe right now. Oh, another thing is I got shortness of breath so quickly during my first trimester. All your organs are kind of getting squished upwards because it's making room for the baby. So it also really affected my asthma. So if you suffer from asthma, just be aware that it might, you know, get your inhalers and everything in and ready, because it might. I had to use my inhaler so much more than usual. So yeah, it does have an effect on your other organs as well, and your digestion, and like constipation and things like that. So yeah, it's already glamorous. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you in the next one, or in the second trimester video. Bye.